Hey, welcome to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. I'm Reed, and it's May the 4th, so we're having Dungeons and Dragons, because that's what you do when May the 4th be with you. So, let's get our story started today. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. If this is your first time watching the Games Tavern, welcome. Be sure and hit that follow button or subscribe button, depending on what you're doing. If you're checking us out on YouTube, just be sure and hit that subscribe button. All those choices are free. It supports the cast and crew and helps get the word out for other people finding us. Let's see here. Alex, you want to tell them about the giveaway?
I would love to. Tonight, once we pass 25 viewers, we're going to have a giveaway from our friends over at 1985 Games. And it's going to be a mystery dice set. Ooh. Well, once that goes live, remember, we need 25 viewers. You can type !epic once you see the notice in chat. The raffle is live. You must be a resident of the US or Canada, except Quebec. You know what they did. And you must also be a follower of us to get the dice. Pretty fun how that works out, right? You also have to make sure that you stay to the end of the stream, or at least be present at the end of the stream, so that way our tech goblins can reach out to you to get your information.
Alrighty.
Just a bunch of nerf herders.
Yeah. So with that in mind, and all of us dressed appropriately,
I didn't know the costume. Don't look at me like that.
Shall we begin? Where we last left off, the party had just entered the Waterclock Guild crypts. They had solved the riddle to get past the first room, or the riddle, or the confusing statements that were placed in front of them, to go from the portaled room with 12 sides to activate the other portals while not actually killing themselves, thankfully. In the process, the dead bodies in the room, as they opened the portal that got them back in, suddenly started to rise. Jumping out, they closed the portal and ran to the open doors of the now open Waterclock Guild crypts. From there, entering the Waterclock Guild crypts, they discovered a library, some other information, another door that was apparently locked that they did not enter. They then went down the stairs, proceeding to activate a trap, which got some people nicely. And then from there, they moved on to opening a door and entering a 12-sided room once again, with glass floors, or some very thick glass-like floors, where they could see below lots of large and small gears. An altar to the north, a couple large lever switches, and multiple doors. Besides the one they entered in from the south, or the 6 o'clock position in the 12-sided room, there was also a door at the 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 10 o'clock sections, with Luciano throwing a switch, which proceeded to open the 4 o'clock and 10 o'clock doors, and out of the 4 o'clock door came a large, colossal-sized, well, not colossal-sized, huge would be a good description of it, set of armor that was apparently operated by a water elemental that was powered up within. Striking forward with hydraulic power and fury, it attempted to attack the party. The party, using a combination of just pure guile, wit, and in some cases, very interesting interpretations and creative uses of various spells, proceeded to blind it by using the Mage Hand Legerdemain with a shirt over the helmeted head, and pummeling it from multiple sides. The party continued to bring it down, whereupon it deactivated all the runes and water poured out of it as the poor water elemental within was probably dissipated and destroyed. From there, the quiet sound of gears talking, tick-tocking, echo quietly through the hallway to the 10 o'clock position. What is the party going to do now? Oh, and in the course of that, by the way, that reminds me, they knocked a some kind of fist-mounted or arm-mounted crossbow contraption off of the large creature. It had a large sword in one hand, a large crossbow in the other, which Turja has then picked up.
I am looking at it right now.
Okay, so as you guys are kind of taking in the stuff, Luciano's still standing by the lever. The rest of you are kind of like, and Turja, who's only fired shots and used Mage Hand Legerdemain, is quite not winded and has picked up this crossbow. It is different from anything you've ever seen. There appears to be a rotary cylinder at the bottom that holds a series of crossbolts. There is a handle to hold it tight, a stock that's adjustable, some kind of optic at the top that's not quite a spyglass, but is capable nonetheless, and some kind of foregrip or other post at the front. It may have been used as part of the attachment. It may have another use as well. It is certainly interesting, and down by the trigger where your thumb would be, there is a miniature lever that looks to be like it should be operated with your thumb, but you can't quite tell what the symbols mean or anything. You'd have to spend a little bit of time to make this crossbow do what you want it to do.
I pointed
Whatever
in
that
a safe
is.
direction, and I worked the lever, the thumb lever, just out of curiosity.
You hear click, click, click as it sets into place in different positions.
Turja, shoot Vale's baboon.
No.
Shoot Vale's what?
Shoot Vale's baboon. It's just over there by the books doing nothing.
I mean, it's not shooting. I pointed at Vale's baboon and take a shot, but...
Okay. You take a shot?
Well, I assume Vale's not actually in the baboon. What the hell is a baboon?
A baboon.
Baboon is a very angry fanged monkey.
Oh, we are talking about a monkey. Okay.
Yeah.
Like an ill-tempered monkey.
I wasn't sure. I thought I was mishearing it. No, never mind. I'm not shooting at a living thing. I just shoot it at, like,
It's
the
not.
wall.
It's just a piece of paper.
It's the spirit of the thing.
I got no spare. It's a paper. I'll make a swan later.
It's gesturing very rudely at you right now.
It's doing the pleading thing. It's like, no, don't shoot me.
Okay. Well, you pointed at the wall and you pull the trigger and nothing happens.
I shrug and I put it over by the 6 o'clock door and I say, let's leave it for now. I don't think anyone's going to take it.
It has magic arcane writing all over it.
Okay.
Inscriptions that you don't understand, but you do understand it as arcane in nature.
I mean, do you think anyone else is going to come in here and steal it while we're busy?
I mean, this is the reason we have a bag, isn't it?
I was gonna
Rafe, does
say.
fit in the bag?
Rafe, roll a wisdom check for me real quick.
I'm gonna run over while they're having this conversation. I'm making my way that way.
Okay.
Being careful on the glass.
15.
15. Rafe, you may want to explain how attunement works to Turja.
Oh, okay. Terja, a moment, if you please. Items of the nature of the one that you're holding, you need to channel a little bit of your magical nature into it to get the most out of it.
Okay, but can I
Okay.
put it in the bag?
I can do that, and I pull out my kazoo and I channel magic. I'm like, do it like this, Turja. Right.
If you put it into the bag of holding, you would break the attunement. But if you want to do that for now, it's doable.
Doesn't it take like an hour to attune to something? I'm not attuned to it now.
If you want to, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, takes
let's just
about an
put
hour.
it there for now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and stow the device in the bag of holding. I assume with whatever recovered bolts there are.
Okay.
I mean, channeling magic and, magic weapons that need attunement are no match for just a good blade by your side.
I don't want to mess with strange weapons and have them maybe not work when we're here. That's too dangerous. I'll wait until we're back home.
Fair enough.
Okay. From here, what are you guys going to do?
Let's have a gander down that hallway. Or do you want to try flipping, for door number 2?
Well, real quick,
No.
everyone's good, right? No
One door at a
no one's
time.
getting
One door at
hits?
a time.
Could we take a beat to see if the bookshelves tell us anything about this clockwork maze room?
You
Darlo's
can. Slim was
frustration.
saying something too. I wanted to make sure I got what she said too.
Oh, I just was checking to see if anyone needed healing right off the bat.
Lucy, didn't you get shocked earlier?
Yeah, but I'm a hardy man. I can handle it.
Might be
You don't
better.
lie to us. Sorry.
Might be better to heal while we've got downtime. Might be too late later.
I'll be fine. Save your magic. I kind of look to Sim like, just like to the side, like to myself, just please.
Shoot.
You're hearing the ticking. It sounds like ginormous gears somewhere are tunk, 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 tunk.
Go take a look at that hallway then. Assuming is the door from number 4 where the mechanist came through. Nothing else kind of looks in there. It's just like where.
No,
he
it was a
standing.
big chamber that was big enough to hold it. Looking inside, there's some arcane runes scrawled on the wall, but they are inert at this time. Vale, you were asking about the books in here.
Indeed.
Okay. So there are a number of books in here that are on the histories of various different guild masters. Obviously, you flipped through quite a few trying to find anything on Lorenzo Adolphus.
Indeed.
Lorenzo Adolphus, you do find one that does mention him a little bit. He was the 3rd Waterclock Guild Cryptmaster. But that's all you find.
Okay.
The other books are all sorts of other histories. Nothing jumps out at you other than amazing historical references.
Me.
All right. So what are you doing now?
Take a
Hi.
look
Guys.
down number 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Down number 10.
So,
Okay. Boop. Number 10. Okay. As you enter the room, can we switch back to the other music real quick? As you enter the room, a series of candles flare to life with green flame. Standing before you, you see a massive room, a hallway, massive hallway, if you will. Marble floors with marble inlays of a different color kind of set the stage. And not only that, you hear the rushing sounds of water. And looking before you, you see 4 different large, like built into the walls, falls of water that are just rushing through. You can't tell if this is from the rain coming in as you entered the building in the first place, or if this is a cycle of something that continues to fall. However, what you do notice is that the wall is lined with a series of different square metal and concrete or stone doors or hatches per se, and they are various different levels. They go up 3 to 5 high. Some are open though, And you notice there are a few where the hatches are on the ground.
I'll fall into any of those open hatches on the ground.
And throughout, there are pages and books and scrolls laid out on both sides as the water rushes. Most of them, the water appears to go down grates that are stationed below, but there are some that appear to have stopped up a little bit. Something's gotten in the way here and there, and there's a light pooling of water that is basically, it's going down the drain, but the water seems to be flowing just a smidge faster, or at some point the water surged and splashed out, and it has not yet gone down the drain.
What are the ceilings like in here?
The ceilings are 20 feet high and made of stone above as well, ornately carved with, in some cases, frescoes of stars. However, as you look at the stars, none of them seem to be of anything that you recognize, other than at some point the moon and the tears of Isha, or tears of Mistra, behind them.
Are any of these scrolls more than passingly interesting?
They could be things that were buried with people, or parchment that marked records of when people were placed in. You know, that's generally speaking what you're seeing. There are a few books in there, and they appear to be books of the Water Clock members themselves, that they were buried with their books, or their books were placed outside as a memento. However, in some cases, some of the stuff has been disturbed, and you can't quite tell why.
Do these hatches look like they're tombs?
They are crypts.
I start looking. I say, let's start looking around. I think these are where people are buried. Let's see if we can find Lorenzo Adolphus.
I mean, these are nice, but are they Water Clock Guild Master? Nice?
Yeah.
Third Guild Master nice?
I shrug and say, if they are, if he's here and we don't look, we're going to kick ourselves for a very long time after. Let's at least check.
Okay. I'll go to the one with the water.
Yeah.
So, the crypts here are not Water Clock Guildmaster level. They are definitely Water Clock Guild member level. So as you go in, you're checking some of these. You see the names. I mean, they're nondescript names of Smiths and Jacks and Bobs, and you see the occasional one of Blackthorn or some other really cool name, but nothing that really jumps out. You do see an old couple Shablons in there, but these predate the Shablon as the current Water Clock Guild member, old family members, if you will. The years are pasted on there, and they don't seem to make sense to you because the years are all over the place. It's not like they filled up this hall and then built another one. They put them in. You're not sure what the reasoning is of why people wind up in which area here, but nonetheless they are here. The lights of the candles appear to be magic, of course, because they're green flame, but they certainly are there. However, something you notice right away is you hear something. Roll a perception check for me, everybody.
Oops. Well, I technically accidentally rolled a nature check, but it's the same as perception, so just count it as 15.
All right.
Some of us here are real good.
Okay.
Ow.
Turja, Cimarine, and Garlo. It was hard to hear over the sound of the rushing water at first, but the tomb that you're looking at right now, Turja, or who was it that went over to look at one?
Me.
Turja.
Yeah, the one you're right in front of, you're hearing from behind the crypt door.
Guys? Do you have any way of making sure this thing stays locked?
You're the one proficient with locks, aren't you?
That's yeah. I'm sort of looking for reassurance. Anyone
I'll
have a
pat your
magical
back.
speaking spell, closing spell?
I knock on it with the tip of my blade. Like,
I have a bad
Don't-
feeling about this.
You knock on it at the tip of your blade, Gerla?
Mhm.
Okay. Is there any particular pattern to how you knock on it?
I mean, it's gotta be shaving a haircut, right?
Gotta be.
It's gotta be.
So how does that go?
Dun
Dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun.
dun dun.
Boom. Boom.
It knows it.
And
No,
then
no,
you
Someone
what
might
hear
be trapped in there.
you hear boom, boom in another part of the room, and then boom, boom in another part of the room.
Let's
Boom.
get out of here
Boom.
now.
Roll for initiative, everyone.
Oh no!
As
Let's go.
you start to look around, as you hear these sounds, and where the open door hatches are, you see stepping out some type of various different humanoids in shoddy dress, one of which may have been buried in the last month. As 3 skeletons and what looks to be a still somewhat juicy zombie have stepped out of where they have knocked their edges off. They come out. You see them check something here and there. You see them take a look at some books or something that they were looking at. You see them throw them down. The skeletons drop them down. The zombie is just kind of shambling. Hold on here.
Mike,
And-
what did you roll?
And boom. All right. Cimarine, spotting this right away with your extremely good rolls already. You have the initiative. What are you doing?
Lucy got ahead of me.
How did Lucy get ahead of you?
22, baby.
How much? 22. I only see a 20.
He rolled
Most
last.
recent roll.
You might scroll down a little bit, maybe.
It did. I don't know why it did that to you. I'll fix it. Boom. All right, Luciano, go ahead. What are you doing?
You said they stepped out of. There they are. Okay, I see them now. I'm quickly getting just immediately surprised. Guys, and quickly my kazoo's back in my hand, ready to blast, and I'm going to take literally hug the wall. I'm stepping as far back as I can. Undead are not my favorite. They're not people. They look weird. And then I will actually cast my final operation onto Vale, who's right in front of me. Vale, and I pat him on the back as I kind of push him forward. You got this, buddy. I kind of push him out.
So what do you give him?
I'm giving him bardic inspiration as I kind of
Bardic
push him in
inspiration.
front of me.
Okay. And that is a what?
It's a
D8?
D6.
D6. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Marking that down. Okay. And that's your move? That's it?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm behind Vale. I'm big guy. I'm sitting behind him.
Okay. Cimarine, your move.
Oh, goodness gracious. There's a lot of new friends on the board. I think in this case, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my handy dandy axe and start walking forward. Keeping an eye on Garlo, though. Well, hey man, which one do you want to go after? Ooh, gosh, big old map that. I guess I'll hang out there waiting to see what my buddy does, because I feel like this is going to be easier than us spreading out this stuff far down the hall.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What weapons are in your hand?
Just my axe.
Your axe.
And
you're
this.
And your clawed hand, and you're
Yeah.
you're in the ready position. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Turja, you're up.
I prime my crossbow, and then I actually move back over by Cimarine.
As you move back, you see the skeletal head creak out from the side of the tomb as it gets down and pulls something from within its tomb.
And I use dash as my bonus movement so I can get all the way behind Cimmerian without worrying about the distance. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I'm standing behind her, crossbow ready. I think her logic with sticking together is wise.
Okay. From there, in the distance, you see shambling from behind the what would you call that? The what do you call it? The waterfall bit, the edge where the water is coming down.
Okay.
Hold on a second here. A zombie-like creature. Looks to be human, and it's a loud ticking coming from its wrist. It is dragging what appears to be some kind of club or large, heavy steel pipe as it moves in. From there, a skeleton takes its position. And where are you hiding it, skeleton? That one. Begins to shamble forward. This one appears to be a little more agile as it's moving on. It's winding something as it comes up. Fail your move. Carlo, you're on deck.
I will advance forward and I yell out, "Hey, we're just here to find something. We can either put you in the ground or put you back in the tomb. Doesn't have to be this way."
All right. Garlo, what are you doing?
I look at all of them coming towards. I look at Sim, battle ready. I say, yeah, Turge right. There might still be something here we might need to find. Come on, what are y'all afraid of? In my book, experience outbeats everything else. And I move my 35 feet forward. I'll start moving towards. Sim is close to that one over there, so yeah, I will move back this way. I'm moving up towards this corner one here, so we can just rush number 10.
Okay. And with that, another one starts moving towards you. It's just dragging what looks to be a pipe with it, of some sort, a rod, if you will. It sees Garlo and immediately starts making a beeline. The other one that is there also begins to start moving towards you. However, as it gets near the water, it seems to be walking around it. It doesn't like water for some reason. Rafe, it's your move.
Seeing now, having taken care of his immediate reading, that there is an imminent threat that Rafe can just barely see past Terja and Cimmerian, right? This number 10.
That's the closest one, it appears to be, with a close second being the one to the left. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So he's going to. I'm going to gather magical energies and form one of those laughing skulls and hurl it towards that skeleton. That's a skeleton, right?
It appears to be.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't crazy.
It's got tattered robes of what looks to be a Waterclock Guild member, burial robes, whatever those look like. A 17 certainly hits.
All right. And it's smacked in the face by that laughing skull, and takes 13 necrotic damage. So everything starts to just sort of crumble and fade a little bit.
Yes. it appears that has wiped it out as you watch it
Okay.
turn to powder, and the clothing that it was wearing just. You see it go from ivory white to dark brown to yellow to black to dust in one fell swoop.
And I will move up behind Sim so that I am not left behind as the group moves forward.
All right. And that moves it through that group, which brings us back to Luciano.
Yes, sir. All right. Lucy, being left behind, is now going to step it up and scoot right over here behind, kind of to the side of Vale. Again, just like I got my big guy right next to me. I feel pretty confident.
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and try. Enough zone. But I'll do it anyway. Why the hell not? I'm gonna go ahead and cast Airy Fire over in this one.
Okay. Fairy fire.
Yes, sir. The dex 15.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's see how it goes.
I'm gonna immediately
And we have it.
like. So I'm like casting my fairy fire. Like
Mhm.
in my head, fairy fire. When I think about it, like big fire. It's ultimately just lights, right? Like it illuminates it. So like I feel like in my head, I'm like I'm gonna burn this thing to a crisp, and I'm very defiant. And then I see it, I'm like, oh, you guys got this. And once again, I'm like, oh shit, it didn't do it. All right, guys, you got it.
From your kazoo erupts a series of pyrotechnic lights that flow through, and you see the skeleton kind of look and start to weave with the light, and then it jinks and moves, rolls underneath, and your fairy fire misses.
Exactly. That's you guys. Go, guys! And I play like a revelry, just like you guys got this.
Those moves it did, it was thrilling to watch. Like a thriller almost.
It's pretty agile.
Mm.
They're pretty agile. Okay. Anything else?
That will be it for my turn. Again, like I said, I'm not behind Vale, but I'm very much like ready to step behind Vale if something happens. Like that's kind of where I am in relation to him. Just
Okay.
very much. I'm ready for my meat shield to take his time.
Simrine, your move.
Seeing the skeleton that I was going to attack just crumple, take a deep breath for a moment. We're not going to have a repeat of so many of our other fights. Turn attention to the one to our left, and we're just going to run towards it. We're going to do a dash. I'm going to hit something, probably, hopefully. Yeah, but I don't want to get in Garla's way. So I'm able to dash, get there. And we're not even gonna do anything fancy. It's just a hack and slash, raise the axe. This thing looks squishy. I'm feeling confident. We're just
So wait,
Which is-
you did not dash to get there?
I did, but I have an extra attack because I'm all fancy now.
Extra attack?
Yes.
So the attack action is 2 attacks, but that is still an action.
Okay,
You don't get 2 actions.
interesting.
that's-
Because I thought the extra
Yeah.
attack was a bonus action.
No, that's a bonus attack that you can take if you make an attack as
Huh.
a attack action.
The more
That's
you
how that
know.
works. The more
Although
know,
you
however-
have a
Go ahead.
hand axe, right?
Throw it.
Huck it.
you could lead with that.
And then I would not have an axe. And then I probably wouldn't have a weapon on me. So we're not
You have a
gonna do
dagger?
I got axes.
that. We will worry about that next round. This is too
Fair.
long in this round as is. So anyways, I'm just gonna get there and be like, "What, punk?" Instead,
Do you want to use your Hunter's Mark
move
bonus
on.
action? Or
move on.
Nope. No way. Okay. Fair enough. What's your Tressum doing right now? You left it at the room, right?
It's up top. It was
Okay.
doing
Yep.
drone stuff.
Back at the
Okay.
Yep, back at the crypt.
Turja, your move.
I take aim with my crossbow at the one that Cimarine conveniently got within melee fighting distance of, so I can get my sneak attack.
That's why I did it.
There you go. Ever the supporter.
16 to hit.
A 16 does hit.
22 damage.
Okay. And with that, you see the skull explode into shrapnel as the crossbolt crushes into it. And you see the body fall. Tink, 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 tink. And the little pipe that it was carrying that was winding up blows out. Make a dexterity check, Sim.
Sure, why not? That one.
You take 4 points of electrical damage as a static discharge goes off and hits you.
Ow. Sorry, Sim.
I imagine Sim's hair is doing like the.
I am going to move forward and use a dash as my bonus action. So, how far can I actually go? Is it 30 feet plus 60 feet for the dash, or 30 plus 30?
30 plus 30.
That's what I thought. Okay.
All right. At that point, the zombie stumbles forward, hits the water. You see it slip for a moment, and then it moves off the water and continues forward, shambling a bit, and stops. The other skeleton, the last of its kind, immediately moves forward to get to Turja. Raising a similar pipe. Vale, your move. And then
I will dash, and I can move up to 70, so I guess I'll kind of be right next to, is that Turja?
Yep.
Mhm.
Turja. Just forward to Turja. Okay.
And that's
All right.
about it for me.
All right. Garlo. And then Ray.
I move up to where Sim was and this skeleton, and I'm gonna pick up that pipe that it was holding.
Mhm.
That sounds neat. I pick it up and I do that kind of spin thing. You toss it up, catch it in your hand. I'm like,
Mhm.
never underestimate an undead, I guess. And then I'll use the rest of my movement. I think. Actually, it's 15 more feet. But I'll just start moving forward, I guess. Oh, I could dash. Was it an action to pick that up, or?
It was an action to pick that up.
Okay, so I just move forward a little bit more.
An action to pick it up and do the cool toss.
Yeah, get
We're
the
not going to
word
count
out.
that
Yeah.
as double. That's just, flair.
It was worth it.
Okay. Alrighty. And Rafe, what are you doing?
I am going to move forward. I think. Actually, I think I'm only going to move forward 30 feet. And as I am standing in a puddle of water, I'm going to go ahead and use shape water to gather it up and turn it into an ice block.
Okay.
A nice big ice block, and let me go ahead and put that on the map so we can see it. And that's what I'm doing with my turn.
All right.
Rafe is from the Southern Water Tribe.
An ice block. All right. And you can go ahead and put that icon down as you see fit, Rafe. As long as it's within range, you're good to go. Luciano, you see Rafe is doing that. You saw a crossbolt slam into a second skull. You see everybody getting into position to stop this third skeleton.
Once again, I have seen that I've been left completely open. And I am going to run my little heart out. Dash and double speed, right?
Dash is, double speed. So
Oh,
it's 30 feet movement.
I'm gonna
plus
get into
another
the
30.
thick of it. The 60, boom.
The thick of it behind everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The safety of the thick of it.
The safety of the thick of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't have a bonus at the moment. I can. This is pardon my lack of knowledge. Is dash the action?
Dash is an action in your case.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I thought. So yeah, I will end it there, and be like, guys, stop it! Don't leave me again.
Keep up.
Okay.
Like in this moment, Luciana's just very like glares at Turgid.
And at that moment, all of you feel that as the static on the back of your neck starts to make those hairs pop out. And you hear some of the crypts start to go boom, 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 boom. A couple more start to rattle the doors. Simmering your move.
Well, this is super fun. Goodness, if only I was a ranger that had a bow and arrow to help out with this. I don't know. I guess we'll do the move. And this time we're just going to confidently, Michael from Halloween style, we're just going to walk past the group and go for that last one. Because by the time I get to that one, I'll probably be able to hit it. I only have like 13 arrows left. Someone didn't pick up arrows while we were in town, so we're not going to waste those. So...
Doing the Michael Myers, she's ignoring all damage she takes as she approaches the...
Scarlet takes notes on how to rage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yep. That's it.
All right. Turja, what are you doing?
I fire another crossbow bolt at number 5. Don't have any sort of advantage, but oh well. Actually, you know what? I will attempt to get sharpshooter.
Okay.
Bit of a risk, but I'll take it.
All right.
And it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I don't think a 12 would have hit.
A 12 does not hit.
Alright. Well, I mean, I got a 7, but I don't think a 12 would have hit either. Anyway, once I do that, I start running and I yell, "Come on, guys, let's get out of here. I don't want any more of these corpses to pop up."
And so you run past the skeleton? Is that what you're doing?
I'm running past, but far enough away from them that I'm not actually within, like, melee range.
Okay.
Hurry up, follow me!
All right. Are you moved?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Great.
You don't have to convince me.
The zombie moves on to you and attempts to give you the hug of hugs.
Uh-oh.
It is a stinky hug, nonetheless. It attempts to pick you up, and slam you down. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
So it appears to be wet. It may have fallen down in puddles earlier. It also smells really, really bad as it's like all over you. And it does not get a hold of you, but you are definitely engaged. The other skeleton moves on to Vale. It sees opportunity. Vale, are you wearing metal armor?
I am indeed.
It reaches out its hand to shake your hand for a moment and then just reaches further forward to try to touch you. Does a... Hold on a second. With advantage. Does a 16 hit you?
Not today.
You see sparks coming off of its hand as a ring that looks like some kind of a very large joy buzzer attempts to go off, and then you see it go zzz,
Keeping the shield between me and it.
and basically it smokes on his hand. It doesn't do anything else, but that's what you see. Vale, it is your move. Garlo, you're
Yeah.
next.
I'm slashing it, trying to hit it with my long sword here.
So swinging your long sword in a wide arc.
19 to hit.
hits.
For 8 magical slashing.
Okay.
Followed by a second attack, 24 to hit,
24 hits.
8 more magical slashing.
And with that, you crush its bones and start to separate out its body into multiple pieces. You put it back into kit form. As the anatomically correct skeletal body falls to pieces.
Okay.
Looking forward, you see Turja is being hugged violently by a zombie, or at least attempted to be. Garlo,
You
what are
good,
doing?
Tertia?
No, help!
So I see, Durja taking the lead and immediately getting attacked. So I am going to sprint to help with my short gnomish legs, but my awesome speed. I can get there with a dash. I can't do an action, so I just try to help interpose myself between Turja and it, just to be like another body in the way. And I just
Kind of slimy.
I get up there. It's like, oh god, I thought it smelled bad before. It smelled bad on the outside. Ugh.
Looking around, you're seeing some of these crypt things like boom, 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 boom. The crypt vault doors are kind of like shaking and rattling. Rafe, what are you doing? Luciano, you're on deck.
I am going to attempt to use sheep water to send this ice block sliding down. I can't provide anything that's like real force, but I think I can push it enough that it will slide.
Okay. The smooth marble actually makes that pretty easy.
Right. So I'm gonna slide it, let's say 25 feet. I think that's the most I could possibly do.
It slides pretty easy.
And I will keep up with it.
As you're using those water powers. Luciano, what are you doing? Simmering, you're on deck.
I will move up. I want to make sure. Hold on. Yeah, I can do it from where. Yeah, I'm gonna move up next to Vale, and I should be able to see this monstrosity. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it's ugly. Oh. I zoomed in real close. I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery on it.
Okay. Vicious Mockery.
You son of a bantha, and I,
Okay.
blow on my kazoo, all screaming nasty curses.
What's it need to do at this point?
It is a Wisdom 15.
Zombies are not known for their wisdom. Okay. Here we go. An 8. As it turns to look confused at you. And that's when you really get a look at it.
Yelling, getting nasty.
Old fat man. Like old, somewhat overweight man. Like no facial hair. It's got like bald on top, hair knotted and matted all over the place. And it's kind of this off, wet, nauseatingly greenish flesh, a couple tears in it here and there, and it's just, it looks kind of waxy and disgusting, and it is trying to get a hold of Turja. And knowing our mod, they probably just got a snapshot of my face doing that, and that'll wind up a GIF somewhere on the Discord. Yeah. So anyway, what are you doing?
So it hit.
It did.
2d4, and I'm like very nauseated. Luciano does not like dead things. So the second it turns around and faces him, he kind of like loses his like stomach from it. While he's like yelling these curses, you know, you look like your mother, you know. Enter nasty insults that I don't want to say on the internet. As
Oh,
soon
the
as it
internet's
turns
never
around,
heard nasty insults
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
All right.
But as soon as it turns around, Luciano just kind of like and like turns away from looking at it, just like immediately, like, oh god, oh, you guys got this, and then I just like turn around again. Oh.
Okay. I need you to roll your damage for your vicious mockery.
B4, baby. 5 psychic.
Okay. And you see its head kind of throttle back as it realizes it's been insulted, and it made you throw up just a little in your mouth. Cimarine, what are you doing?
Bound to determine is what we're doing. For a moment, when Tertia like ran by, I was like, "Follow me," and like everything kind of came to place. Like, oh yeah, this is an owl room. This could be bad. But then, seeing as our events continue to unfold, we're gonna try to walk forward. We can get there. You can get there. You can lay down some damage. Here's your chance. Just a sigh of, finally, as we're hopefully just gonna try and whack the axe right into the neck, not connecting enough of the dots to know that it's attacking Tertia and that girl is there too. All I can singular focus. I just gotta hit something. Please, dear God.
She's
something.
finding her rage down deep within.
Down deep within. I'm definitely not dragging time as I'm scrolling through my character sheet. Here it is. Found it. It's an 11 hit.
An 11 does not hit.
Of course.
Wait. An 11 does hit. This is a zombie, not a skeleton. So yes, it does hit. As its slow, fat, bulbous form is wrapping itself around Terja one more time.
Oh, shoot. All right. Yeah, look over here, buddy. 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. And it kind of stops trying to do that to Terja for a moment, and it turns to give you a hug next.
Bring it in, buddy.
Terja, it's your move.
I take my
Sim, don't
dagger
you have
out
extra
and I
attack?
stab this thing.
What's that? Oh wait, Sim, you get another attack, don't you?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay, wait a minute, Terja.
Sorry.
It may or may not still be there in a minute.
Alright.
We'll find
Carla's
out.
just on the
Go ahead.
side, just nodding like, yes,
Sim.
let the rage flow through you.
Sim, you gotta fight for those
You're
extra
proud,
attacks
Dad.
if I start to skip over.
I
I
tried
forget you
last
get 2
time. I got
attacks
it
now.
wrong.
Yeah.
No. Okay. At this time, we are going to go ahead and do my melee attack with my clawed arm.
All right.
I want to go ahead and do unarmed strike for 15.
15 certainly hits.
With my added the dreadful strike on top of it, so it's gonna be an additional 1d4 psychic damage to Mr. Mombi over there. But first, unarmed. Got our 2 plus my d4. So 6 damage.
Oh man, you tore rents into its body, and
Perfect.
It
So yeah,
smells even worse.
First hatchet like goes right into the neck, and then the claw comes around on the side and just like between the two shreds it.
Its robes are shredded. You see pus and other nastiness, rotting flesh start to drip from without those rents.
Dripping off
And
my hands, I look at girl. I
it's-
did it.
This is the
And
bag
as she
just
says,
cheering
"I did
on.
it," Terja, you turn and you do what?
I take my dagger out of its sheath and I hit it with the dagger.
All right.
9 probably doesn't hit.
A 9 hits a zombie.
Well, okay. Sneak attack it is. I doubt I need it, but better safe than sorry. 13 points damage.
And at that, the zombie falls. And hold 1 second. Okay, it hits the ground.
At that, I start running away. I use my bonus action dash, so another 60 feet, and I yell, "Come on, before more of them get out of their cages!"
Yes, Your Highness.
Incidentally, are there any enemies left? Are we still in initiative order?
You are still in initiative order.
Okay.
Do you just want to keep going in turn then? You just want to keep going in turn then?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's now Vale's turn, and then Garlo's.
Is the ring things available in front of me? Do I see it?
Ring things?
The ring that was on the skeleton. Or
Oh,
zombie
it's
scene?
smoked. Like it
Okay.
destroyed itself in the process of that.
Gotcha. Okay. I yell behind me, Stanza, come on. And I command the baboon to move forward, and I will continue moving forward as well. Although I will zig past, are these some scrolls or something over on the side? I'll try and eyeball those.
Those are scrolls. Yes, they are.
Okay. I'll do a little kind of drive-by on those.
They're
Eyeball.
loaded up
Drive-by.
scrolls. They have wax
Drive-by.
seals. That's
Okay,
what they
well,
are.
I will grab what I can in my hands then.
Okay.
One hand, rather. And I'm
Okay.
done.
It's
Um,
looting and running.
Guilty.
oh, more stuff on paper. And
Oh,
at
no,
that
we gotta
point,
get
it is
outta
now
here.
Garlo's move.
This stuff belongs in a library.
So this one that just fell before us was making a ticking noise, wasn't it?
It was not. It was the skeleton that was winding up
Oh.
the little hand buzzer that was going after Vale.
Okay, then I
Yeah,
misunderstood.
the zombie is just dumb as a box of rocks.
Just a zombie.
Mhm.
So I look at Sim. I said, "How'd it feel?"
Oh, it felt great. Let's keep going. Let's keep doing it.
All right, let's get at it then. You want to just open up some more of these doors, or no? Probably not. Right? That's probably
No, there'll be more. There'll be more.
sure. We'll just let it happen organically. Okay. And
don't
so
force it.
yeah, let's just let it happen. So I guess I'll just start moving forward as well. Take another dash. Let's move.
Okay.
That was 20,
Rafe?
50.
Can't you go 70 if you're dashing? Since
Yeah,
you're moving?
I moved 20, but then I had to
Oh,
move
okay.
the screen. So
I wouldn't want
That's
you to
pretty
throw
good.
your extra movement.
Just gonna keep moving here.
Okay.
Keep the dice block moving too.
All right. Rafe, it's at that moment that the zombie stands back up, or begins to. Because they don't just die like that sometimes. They're zombies. That's what zombies do. Luciano, you just watch the zombie that, as Simri's like, yeah, let's go, it starts to turn, just starts to get back up. are you doing?
Oh God. We seem to be made to suffer. I'm gonna quickly, before it turns to Cimarine, again, try to get its attention while holding down. Hey, ugly! And I'm casting Vicious Mockery again.
Okay.
Try this again. It's a Wisdom 15.
Mhm.
Oh.
Hey, let's see how it does. Nothing happens. Which is so hard to do for a zombie because they have a wisdom of 6 normally.
Alright, zombie. Okay. And I'm just like slow, like not actually backing up, but like
It's
I
laughing
definitely-
at your joke. It thinks it
Oh,
was
is it?
hilarious. Your insult was great. Yeah.
Oh, so it hit? Oh, I thought you were saying it did.
Oh, it didn't hit.
Yeah,
That's why it's laughing at your joke. It's not insulted.
So
It's not feeling mocked.
You mind the sack of rotting flesh? Why is he laughing? And I like after he laughs at me, I take like one step back, like shouldn't be laughing at that.
And while that's happening, Cimarine, it's your move. It's reaching for you.
For me? Wow,
Yeah.
so very lucky.
It looks like it wants to choke you out.
No, thanks. I just want to shove it away. Seeing as we're trying to leave, the moment has passed. Ew, no. And just try to push it back down to the ground.
No, go back down. Go back down. Okay.
You sit down.
What your strike?
Just unarmed, I guess. Or do you want me to do like a strength
Roll an
thing?
unarmed strike.
Okay. 6.
6 does not hit. Do you want to try again with your other back fisted or something?
Man, get down. Yeah.
All right, do it again.
11.
11 does hit. Roll for damage.
Sure. For that second time was like with the flat of the axe, right? Just pushing it this time.
Yeah, and it drops like a rock.
Stay down.
You gonna move?
And I'll take 30 movement, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I was passing a glance over. You guys are slow, come on.
Georgia, what you doing?
I peach the door,
Mhm.
and I sort of stand guard with my crossbow and wait for the others.
Okay. There is a lock
Come
on
on,
the door.
guys, hurry up! Oh,
We're still in
is there a lock on
initiative?
the door? I'm gonna start
There's a
picking
lock
the
on the
lock.
All right. Go for it.
I don't think a 12 is gonna do it, is it?
It does not, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I knew it! 11's probably not gonna do it either, is it?
You take 6 points of lightning damage as an
Ow.
electrical shock courses through the whole door briefly while your picks are in your hand. You feel yourself clench your teeth and almost bite your tongue as you step back from a painful jolt. Vale, what are you doing?
Come on, Stanza, keep up as he continues to dash forward, and I will move up here.
Okay.
Come on, everyone.
You're hearing the crypt doors there's now more doors starting to rattle than when you first entered this room. Garlo, what are you doing?
I mean, there's nothing happening right near Garlo, so he's gonna come up and just because he's curious, the door to this crypt, what Turge is working on, does it look like a key, like a keyhole, or does it look like something similar? Because Garlo's just thinking if these guys carry around keys, or because when Turge stole all that stuff, she had a signet ring.
It is, in this instance, a key.
Oh, it looks like a keyhole. Okay. Then there's not a ton I can do. So, I'll just get to. Can I make a perception check on like which either side of the hallway I'm on right now sounds like the closest to being broken down as far as a crypt does? Like if a zombie were
You
to
can't
come
tell.
out.
I mean, between the water rushing on the sides, but you're hearing the and it's happening in multiple places, so it's kind of hard to tell. You see some of them moving. You hear a lot more of them because they are firmly locked into place normally. The ones that came out, you don't know why those fell and the other ones have not yet, but you just know that they have.
Okay. Then I'll just, for right now, because there's not anything else I can do, I go over to one of the crypts and like push my shoulder into it and click my immovable rod just
Okay.
up against it. So that
Okay.
one's just staying door right now.
That one's locked into place. Good choice.
Yep.
Good choice. Okay.
And that's all I got.
Rafe, what are you doing?
Having seen the zombie try to reanimate itself, I'm just gonna go ahead and drop an ice block on it.
Well, just as the ice block gets to slide up and then go down, you see it start to stir again as it's starting to move. Roll for damage.
Let's see. A 5-foot cube of ice probably does 1d4 damage. I don't know.
I'll give you 1d6. It's a 5-foot cube of ice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
pretty
heavy.
big.
I'll give you 2d6. You're dropping a person made of hard, solid ice on them.
Yeah. Let's see what this does. 6 damage.
Unfreeze and then
6
refreeze
damage.
around it.
Okay. That is a thing of beauty. Drops it like a rock. You see it just and shatter. The ice shatters at that point. And the zombie is collapsed, you know. It's not moving.
And I'm gonna keep moving.
Okay.
You can't freeze living creatures or unliving creatures. Yes, they did account for the technicality.
If they're wet,
but I was just gonna say, if it's a corpse until it raises up again, I mean, technically, it's not undead at that point, I guess.
Mhm.
Not yet.
Not
It's
yet.
still just
By the
dead.
way, the crypt that it came from was all the way back here and on the left, right here in this area. The names are on every one of these. If you want to try to get the name, you could. Not that that's important because it's not probably, but I mean, if y'all were curious who it is that keeps getting back up.
My father.
All right.
So to be clear, the rules say creatures, so it's both
Luciano.
living and unliving.
Yeah, I don't need any more help. I'm not going across because I'm not running next to that thing. I'm like very quickly trying to sidestep all the skeletons that have dropped while also running towards the Rafe. Just
Mhm.
get a wide berth around this zombie. Guys,
Okay.
hold on. Guys.
All right. Running through the area. You feel that pulse wave.
I look at
Through
the-
once more.
Is that
And it is unpleasant. And the zombie starts to move again. Sim, it's your move.
I'm gonna hold my action at least until Rafe can catch up, since Lucy's at the top of the round.
Okay. Turja.
I curse and pick up the picks again with my fingers are still shaking a little bit from the zap from the electricity. And being a little more careful this time, I try to pick the lock again.
Okay.
26.
The lock opens with a satisfying ka-chunk, and you hear like tick 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 ding ding dong 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 tok 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 tok. The door opens.
I stand up and put my picks in my pocket and get my crossbow and stand guard while everyone and yell at everyone, "Come on, I got the door! Hurry up!"
You see a large 12-sided shadowy room within. Hold on a minute here. Zombie begins to move and get up once more. It gets up and it moves 10 feet towards Sim. And that's as far as it can go. Vale, it's your move.
I continue to encourage Stands of the Baboon to close distance with me, and I'm pretty good in my position right now. If any creatures come near me, I will try to hit it with a longsword.
Okay. Garlo, holding the immovable rod, clicking it into place. You're sure that that one is not going to move. There are 3 more doors above it, vault doors right above it. The 2 top ones are rattling hard. Enough
Okay.
that you can see them actually kind of like bump a little bit.
Just lodging a
Dust
little bit.
begins to fall.
All right. I click my rod again So I'm like, all right, doesn't look like we're gonna stick around here very up. And so I grab the rod, and I will move. The urge to go after the zombie, but to also flee.
It's a punching bag. We will wobble.
They do. They don't fall down.
Just roll.
All right. I'll move closer to the door. Yeah, fine. I'll just move towards the door. Waiting like Turja, just letting everybody go by.
All right. Rafe, what are you doing?
Oh, for Kalimvor's sake. And I'm going to hurl a chill touch at that zombie.
Okay.
Nice
And
shot.
3 hits.
And it does enough damage to knock it down. But the most important thing is that laughing skull latches onto it. And it can't heal until my next turn.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and take my movement and catch up to Sim and the paper baboon.
Okay. And Luciano, because we're just trying to get through that door at this point.
Yeah, I'm just running. I'm dashing.
Okay.
Guys, hold on, guys. Oh, okay. Oh, we're all together again.
Sim.
Seeing that we have
Turja,
party
you're next.
intact, we are happy to move forward. Are we just pushing through to the room, gang? Is that general
Yeah.
consensus?
Sure.
All right, then we will dash and push on through.
Okay. Turja,
I'm waiting till
you
everyone
successfully
goes
open the
through.
door.
I'm waiting till everyone goes through the door, and then I'll go through last. And one with
Okay.
the ranged weapon.
Okay. From this position, as you look back, Turja, roll a perception check for me.
16.
16. You notice at the other end of the door, there are 10 circles that go around the door. 9 of them are lit. The 9th one is blinking. The 10th one is out.
That's
And it
in the
appears to
room we're
blink
going
once
to go
every
into?
second.
Where is that?
That's at the other end where you came in. You looking back at the door, around the frame, there are 10 circles.
Oh.
Of those circles, 9 are lit. The 9th one is blinking. And it appears to be blinking 1 time per second. You take all that in a very brief moment.
Okay.
Vale.
What the hell? I will step across the threshold
Okay.
and tell Stanza start screeching, and he's just throwing a fit there, trying to draw
Okay.
attention.
All right. You enter into a 12-sided room that lights up the minute you walk in with normal light that comes from seemingly nowhere.
Hmm.
I'll tell you more in a moment. The baboon comes in screaming. Garlo, what are you doing?
I'll head in. And no
Okay.
real reason to stick around. So I'll just head in
Okay.
after Vale
So
to
just
clear
a
the area.
Okay, so just a heads up. The zombie isn't healing. It's just not dead. So it gets back up once more. Let's see here. It is very sad indeed, but it is standing up. It's confused because it's looking the wrong way. It's looking back towards the original door. Rafe, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna jog my way over here to this door.
As you
Drake
jog,
passes me. I just kind of like, ah!
and Lucy makes it "Ah!" sound, the zombie slowly starts to turn around. Ah! and starts to like look like it wants to come and chase you down and give you hugs again. Luciano.
I'm through the door. Other side.
All right.
Clear out of the room.
All right. So at this point, is everybody going through that door?
Yep.
All
Right before you leave, I take one last shot at that zombie.
I'm nudging past everybody.
Okay. Take your shot.
Stop leaving me behind.
25.
25 hits.
9
I'm
points.
gonna put it down for the 5th time.
It
I know.
drops once more.
And
One
then I go through
second.
the door.
Okay.
Before I go
Like
through
that.
the door, I take one last look. Is it still that 9th circle blinking?
It's now no longer blinking. It's out. The 8th circle is blinking.
That's exactly what I was hoping to find out.
Let's see here. Oh. Yeah, let me make sure I get the right one here. Yes. Okay. And with that, boom. Are you leaving the door open or are you closing it?
Closing it.
Can we get the Tick-Tock music, please? Playing again.
There's a lot of trending songs on TikTok. Oh, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. At that point, you look down. You see the glass floors once again. Well lit and bright. The room appears to be cheery. Etched into the floor, directly ahead of you, at 12 o'clock. The room you're entered in, the doorway inner side you're in, has a 6 o'clock etched into the glass on the floor. The centerpiece in this room is slightly different, but still walkable as it's etched in. There are a couple bookshelves. The columns are in the same place that you'd expect them to be, similar to the previous 12-sided room you were in. To the left, between the 9 and the 10 o'clock, is a large series of coils. You hear a humming sound and see blue sparks flying off of it. Not wildly per se, but certainly there. And to the right of the altar, at the 12 o'clock position, there is a large switch stationed in the floor. Several of the gears are actually already moving in this room. You can see them through the floor. However, some of them are not.
I turn to Rafe. Is that one of those portals? That door? How do we? Didn't we just?
I look at everyone and I say, guys, listen to me. This is really important. We're on a timer.
No, we're on a clock.
No, we're on a timer. We have a limited amount of time in this crypt. Before we left that other room, there were 10 lights, and number 9 was flashing right before we left, and then right as we left, number 8 was flashing. We don't have a lot of time in here, so if we find any more bad guys, we need to run if at all possible. We need to get out of here as quickly as we can.
I'm down to get out.
Right.
Which way is the exit?
No lingering for books. No looking around. Get what we need. Get out.
All right, then how about no lingering descriptions? Let's move. And,
Oh!
Garlo just starts going.
All
Are we
right.
still in initiative?
You are not.
Okay.
Let's figure out what we need to do in here.
So, is it another switch? Do we just pull that switch again? Is that gonna make another monster? Well, what's the deal?
I don't think we have much choice but to pull the switch.
Pull the lever.
Is there a
Can
book
I-
on that altar?
There is a book on the altar.
I go to read
No,
that.
don't read it. We don't have time. Veil. Took the veil. No.
I'm reading it for clues.
Scanning the books
Gotcha.
on the shelf here. Reed, I'm gonna go ahead and
Origins
scan.
of Waterclock Guild Magics.
Into the bag it goes.
All of them?
Oh yes.
Lucy,
Okay.
This
It's
place.
like, how am I the one following Turge's instructions? How am I the only one?
That's going to be about, 130 pounds of books, just a heads up. You just start.
I can sort them later, Reed.
Okay, as you do that, Luciano, Sim, and Vale, I need you all to make a perception check.
Absolutely.
Can do.
Who? Me?
Rick, nope, don't worry about it. I'm distracted, apparently.
Yeah. Distracted by everybody not following Turner's instructions.
Luciano?
I am 19,
Okay.
baby.
Cimarine, you notice, and the three of you notice while everybody else is doing what they're doing, the walls have carved reliefs into them. You didn't really notice it when you first got in because you're kind of scanning the room for threats at first, and then obviously everybody else is looking for valuables to steal and a giant lever. But you notice a giant tree, massive in size, and it says something really ancient on it, Illifarn. And then all the way down those roots seem to go. And when I say massive tree, this tree is huge. And then next to it, you see what looks to be a harbor city where the buildings are tiny in comparison to this tree. The roots of this tree are shown underground, stretching all the way in multiple different directions, one of which ends at what could only be the harbor point where Neverwinter is itself. What this could mean, you don't know. Whether it's even relevant to anything, you don't know. But the rest of you notice quite a bit of the same thing. And there's and then there's things about an elven wizard on another side. There's discussions of several different foundings. Vale, you notice that this tree looks an awful lot like the one in Luskan that the wizards of Luskan had. Luciano, you recognize the elf as a magic user of some power and import. Elven in race, but nothing else seems to jump out at you other than a very powerful magic user. Unfortunately, that's as much as you guys can get based on your DCs. Turja, the book that you see there is a large pictographic book. It is huge, like big 2-foot pages by 2-foot pages. There are hand drawings of gears and things, and it looks to be, like a combination of gear settings mixed with arcane equations, and also some various different positions that indicate timing for this world. As you flip through a few more, you see references to pulling from the plane of Mechanus, and mathematics and arcane equations that come with that. Heretofore unknown specific arcane runes as well that help maintain the time sequences of the various water clocks. As you turn the pages a few more times, you start to see things for clocks for places that are certainly not Toril or the world that you live. Garlo, you're hungry. You're really hungry.
I mean, most times I am, but I'm actually curious about what this device is between 10 and 9.
Standing twice the height of a man. In other words, 4 times your height.
I was gonna say, of a Garlo?
Is a large series of coils and stuff like that. There are what is obviously to you magic symbols on this. And it does hum, like a static hum in the background. Different from that static feeling you feel at the back of your neck when something ominous starts to happen and undead seem to be popping up. But it is a hum that never seems to stop. And there is a crackle all along the lines of electricity, all along the coils, in a circle from the heavy bass.
I have a feature called Artificer's Lore, which gives me expertise when I'm thinking about or looking at technological devices. Could I try to, like, just kind of Hail Mary, see, like, if I kind of understand what this might be? Like I don't know what it is, but what it might do.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Let's see. +3. So would that be Oh, it'd be history, right? Or would that be?
This would be investigation in this case.
Okay. Let's see what happens. So that's a 19, actually.
Why is it a 19?
I
Because you
have
get the bonus for
expertise.
your. Okay. You don't know much about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But this appears to be some type of elemental trapping device. And whatever's in this thing is extremely powerful. It may or may not be a prison.
Go.
Okay.
I take a step back. Whoop.
I finished looking at the book. I decided it doesn't have anything here that'll help us solve whatever we have to do next, and I just go and I wrap my shirt around my hands that I used to blind the robot, and I pull the lever.
Tactical shirt.
You pull the lever with a shirt?
I know. I wrap the shirt around my hands, and I pull the lever with my hands.
Okay. Make a strength check for me.
That'll be good.
You get advantage for the extra grip strength from the shirt.
8.
It's really hard for you to pull.
I say, guys, help me pull this.
Vale heads over and gives a hand.
Okay.
It's just gonna be super
Vale-
casual.
The minute Vale hits it, bonk, it
Oof.
clacks over. After all, you're strength 8, he's strength 18. So
Thanks for unlodging it.
it clacks into place. You hear what sounds like a massive bell pealing in the distance somewhere. And it sounds an awful lot like the bell you heard occasionally from the Water Clock Guild crypts when you were outside. Dong.
I wince
And-
and I mutter to my tits. That'd be good.
And you hear duck, 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 as a couple more gears begin to turn below you. And then you hear the distance, more clack, 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 clacking.
Hey, Turtle, what's the plan? What are we doing?
Are there any other doors in here besides the one we came in?
Nope.
I say, I think there's another, and the main one, I think there's another place like this. We need to go and we need to pull the other lever.
And I'm kind of like looking around, like, what? Lever? Wait.
You mean like
We-
2 rooms ago?
Yes. So remember the main room where we fought the robot?
Past the zombie?
What's a robot?
Where we fought the golem.
The giant armored thing?
The
mean
giant
robot?
armored thing.
The
Can I
ribbon.
call it something conveniently short, Reed, please?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. I think
Alright,
we need to
y'all.
go back to the main room and go to the other lever and pull that lever and then go. I think there's another room like this one with another lever. We need to pull that one too.
God. Okay.
I think if we just run through the zombie room really fast, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to take a short break and we're going to discover what happens when they open that door
Oh.
and try to go back through the hallway. And we're back. Hey, welcome back to Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction on the Games Tavern. If you still haven't hit that follow bar, you should. Where we last left off, the party had just flipped the switch in another room and heard a lot of sounds after fighting off skeletons and zombies in a hall, and have now found out, very sadly, that they have to go back through the same hallway that they were in before. What happens next? So the door is closed. What are you doing now?
I go over and I start picking the lock again, checking for traps.
Did it lock?
Just close.
Okay. The door is closed. It was not locked.
Okay, that's good. I don't like getting shocked.
Okay.
I look
Not
at
great.
Turner. All right, do we want to do this fast and loud or quiet? How do you want to drum it?
Fast and loud, baby.
All right.
Is the door at the other end locked, or was it open completely?
It was open.
Okay.
So we're
Alright.
running back through to the other clock room. We're taking any of the other doors or a specific door, would we say?
We'll have to flip the switch in that room. Probably.
All right. So you open the door, you step into the next room, and as you do that, you notice the lights go out in the room you were in before. The 12-sided room goes out, and you notice the candles in this room all light back up again. And as the room lights up, standing in the middle of the room, is the zombie that was there.
Walk around it. Just
Not now.
Roll for initiative, everyone. And
Can
the
we just
zombie
run
is back again.
fast?
And it immediately moves 20 feet towards you.
Oh.
All right. And alrighty. Garlo, you are first up.
Finally. I am going to. I'll be out of reach of it. But I'll just try to pull it towards me. All right, everyone, go the other way with me, and I'll take my dash, which would put me at 70. But I'll just try to get about here. So I'm trying to draw him away, towards this side.
Maybe you should like make faces at it while you run.
Yeah, I'm clicking the my glaive on the ground, making noise.
The water pours from both sides of the hall as you run past. The flickering lights of the candles lighting the room kind of spookily, and the zombie moves right away and immediately chases after you to give you a hug. And does a 14 hit you?
No, it does not.
Duck easily under its big sweeping arms as it attempts to give you a big wet zombie hug. Sim, your move.
seeing as he is taking the pull there, I'm going to go ahead and start leading charge, presuming people are going to follow behind us. So we will dash. Oh, not that far, that far.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah.
Turja, what are you doing?
I move 60 feet. I use dash as my bonus action, following Sim. Not actually pulling my character there. And then as we go, I just I take my crossbow and I shoot a bolt at this thing that's as it's trying to hug Darlo.
You're marking off every one of these bolts that you fire, right?
Yeah. So I've got 20 left.
Of course.
One.
12 hits.
Attack. 23 points damage.
Oh man, you put it right in the pumper. I mean, if this thing was alive, it wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not dead. It's undead. And of course, it drops.
I know we're not gonna get it down for the count. I just want it down for now.
You never know. You never know.
You don't believe in yourself, Sergio?
This is
Find
a
your lack of
comedy
faith
of
disturbing.
errors.
Mm.
Luciano, your move.
Yeah. I'm going to quickly dash across over here. As I go, I'm one with God, God is with me. I'm one with God, God is with me.
I see what you did there. Perfect for this May the 4th. Vale, what are you doing?
I am moving slightly slower because I'm trying to remember my book learning, and I'd like to make like a knowledge check. How do you put a zombie down for good? You need religion, arcana, history?
I will let you make a religion check. No, and a history check on that in this case. Based
Roll
on your
those
background.
dice.
Reason's
Nat 20,
brain.
so 24.
24. There's a number of ways you've read on how to take down a zombie. I mean, there are some different kinds of magics that activate zombies, so not everything works for every zombie. But you know that if you totally incinerate it into powder, that'll do it. Chopping it up into tiny little pieces or removing the head sometimes does it. Sometimes just crushing the head can do it.
Guys,
Sometimes you just pummel it enough and it finally just quits getting back up. But the other things you can do is, if the people have religious capabilities, they can make it die if they're strong enough, all sorts of stuff like that.
Guys, let's stop messing with the zombie. Crush its head, give it last rites, or burn it. Burn it. I'm done.
All right. Rafe, what are you doing?
Gonna move roughly here and stay with the group.
Okay.
And as I catch up to Luciano, I say, may the Maker protect you.
Garlo.
I am inspired by Vale's words, and by the acts of a paladin I've heard about in fairy tales named Sir Gallagher, and I'm gonna go ahead and just lay the smackdown on this thing's cranium.
Okay. Make a roll to hit.
It's prone, so is
With
that an
advantage.
advantage? Perfect.
Yeah.
And it's not
currently
moving,
dead?
which is helpful.
It's not. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. See what happens here. I'm sure that one's gonna hit, but let's see if we can't do some big damage. With a nat 20, I'm sure we
Whoa!
A nat 20 on the advantage.
On the
Okay.
dead body? Nice.
can. On the carps.
Maybe this time just stay dead.
I'm gonna roll the crit damage. That is 17 damage. Just at the head. I'm basically either gonna split it in twain or cut it off.
Okay.
Or try to.
And okay, the head crushes in. You hear a wet, snappy pop sound, Luciano. It's kind of like a giant cantaloupe being just crushed open.
All right, are we done?
And then
Simran, your move.
Okay. Like a target. And we're walking, and we're walking, and moving, and we're moving, and just gonna keep on running down the way.
All right. And with that, you guys make it to the end of the room. The zombie does not get back up while you're there, that you can see. So, congratulations, you've made it to the door as a group.
Ooh.
The door is open. The portal is open. And by the way, it's showing 5 lights with the 6th one blinking.
That's what I wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Vale, I say, so what are the odds that that's permanently put that zombie down? Never mind, don't tell me the odds. Never tell me the odds.
Fair enough.
Okay. And you guys all come in, and the portal is still open, by the way, but it's...
Okay.
So I look around. Are there any like flashing lights like I saw in the other room over the door?
Not over that one, no.
Okay.
Not from the inside.
Which one did we pull last time?
The right-hand one.
Right.
So let's
Pulled
pull the
that
other
one last time. There is now the left-hand one.
What do you think another steam elemental thing comes at us?
We can outrun it probably.
We'll just head. Okay, so everybody stay close to the middle, so we'll be closest to which one's the hallway, I guess.
Do the doors open inward or outward? Do they open outward into this room?
Do they what now?
Do the doors open outward into this room, or do they open, or do they open to the outside rooms?
So the doors here open into the halls, not into this room. So these rooms, you know, all the doors open out of this room.
Okay, Carlo. If following the logic, what happened when we pulled the other lever, if there's another golem thing, it's going to come out of the 8 o'clock door. Is there any way you can use your immovable rod to make the door not open?
Well, I mean, isn't it a 50-50 shot on whether that's the hallway or that's the golem?
Yeah, 50-50 shot's better than 0. It's our best guess.
I'm just saying, what if it's the way we need to go, and then we goofed it?
Well,
We
then
can
we
always-
have to fight a golem, but if we don't do anything, we'll definitely have to fight a golem.
Sure. Well, I mean, we can just run from it.
The timer's counting down.
I was gonna say,
pull the
I'm
lever.
running to the lever to pull the lever. I'm fuck the group. I'm going to the lever.
Okay.
I lean over towards Sim and I say, "It's a trap."
Are you sure?
Oh yes.
It's
Yes,
getting
we're
worse all the
supposed to
time.
panic.
Okay. And all right. Are you guys pulling the lever?
Yeah. No, I'm pulling as hard as I can on the lever.
You pull the lever. Doors number 2 and 8 open.
Well, better go see what's inside those.
All right, which one we going? 8? Rafe's down there.
Well,
Already.
I'm going down too.
I was just gonna look. Well, I mean, we could see if the door's open. So what do we see down either way?
Yeah.
So who's going to what door first?
Rafe's at
I'm
8,
in the
hers
middle.
is 2.
I'm team
So-
middle.
Yeah.
Rafe,
I'm hanging,
you
I'm
hear
hanging
what
strong in the
sounds
middle.
like rasping from door number 8. The door at number 8. The door at number 2, you don't hear much but more water running.
What do you guys hear?
It sounds like everyone's dead over here.
Roll for initiative.
Okay.
As 3 metallic hounds step out of the gate or the doorway at number 8.
I told you to hold the door shut, Garlo.
In fairness, you said to pull lever, so while you were arguing, I pulled the lever regardless. So,
And as they bark, their raspy mechanical bark, you see electrical energy pulsing from their mouths, their sharp, jagged maws. hunched over. They appear to be filled with a lot of pulsing energy. However, the blue light from their eyes betrays their water elemental of some sort. Power source. Something that is running whatever is creating the electrical dynamo within their mouths. Turja, you are the fastest reacting. What are you going to do?
Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to see 60 and then it's a little too far away to do the okay. So I get in close enough that I can get in next to, I can actually see these things and shoot at them, and then I load a crossbow bolt and shoot at the hound that is on number 3, I think it is. To Rafe's left.
To Rafe's left is fine. Yeah. Okay.
18 to hit.
18. It does hit.
Yeah, only 6 piercing damage, but better than 0.
Okay. Alrighty, it hits. It scratches across the metal armor of this metallic beast. It is denting it in, but it's not as much damage as you'd think it would do. Cimarine, your move.
Oh boy.
And you see them basically about to rush Rafe.
Yeah. I guess we're running that way. Yeah, we're just gonna head and do a little dashy action. Rafe, get over here! And I don't think there's anything else I can do besides run on over.
All right. The first clockwork hound, or whatever you want to call this thing, jumps at Rafe. Okay, so it's going to try to get you. Does it get you? Does a 16 hit?
Yep.
Okay. You take 22 piercing damage as its maw bites into you. And you feel jolts of electrical energy pulse through you as well, preventing you from taking any reactions. All right. The next one is going to jump at Cimarine. And it's going to make its attack. Does a 8 hit you?
Does not.
You are very lucky.
Don't jinx it.
All right, and then the last one immediately bolts for this baboon.
No. No. What? Whoa!
Yeah,
And it doesn't quite get to
garlic.
him, but it is already like speeding up, and you see this thing is very fast. Luciano, your move. Vale, you're next.
I'm just double checking. It technically, I think, still is in the 40-foot range. If I did my math right. 30 foot from this one. 34. I'm trying to get my math right. So it should. I think I could hit all 3 with slow. I think. I put
Where
it
are
here.
you?
I am over here. It's 120 feet from wherever I'm going, but it's a 40-foot
Okay.
radius.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Or not a radius, but a 40-foot diameter, like a cube. So I
Okay.
think I can do it. I'm just trying to get the geometry. But regardless, I'm casting slow. If not on all of them, at least on these 2.
How does slow sound when it's cast from kazoo?
Oh, it is. I don't even know where I put my kazoo. There it is. Boy lost his kazoo. It's like a very low pitch, like almost like a rumble, just a like just
All
one
all the
constant
reverb
note.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what do they need to make?
It is wisdom 15.
Stand by. Okay, well, I have good news. The two that are closest to Rafe and Cimarine were affected.
Okay.
The one that's going after
Take
the
it.
baboon, not so much.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, speed halved, -2 penalty to AC and dex saving throws. And it cannot use reactions.
Okay.
And it can only use an action or a bonus action, not both. But it's a hound, so I don't know what it's going to be doing.
All right. A very good movement indeed. Vale, your move.
All right, I will dash.
Rafe, you're up
and
next. Dashing
That is-
in.
Pretty much my action. Yep.
Okay. What is the baboon doing?
He's moving next to me. Come here.
Okay. Rafe, what are you doing?
All you hear from Rafe is thunder, thunder, thunder step.
Oh.
And those two hounds now have to make con 14 saves.
Nice.
Okay.
And Rafe appears behind Garlo.
Con 14 saving throws. Let's see what we get here. Failure. And failure.
Nice.
So they both take 11 thunder damage. Which
Okay. And
it's
where do
not
you
lightning
step
damage.
to? You step to.
I can teleport up to 90 feet anywhere I can see. I'm stepping behind Garlo.
Okay. All right.
I have not seen this yet, and so I imagine Luciano's just what the.
This is the
Okay.
first time anyone has seen this, I think.
Garlo?
Yarlo immediately is terrified because all of a sudden Slender Man's behind me. It's like, I knew this was going to happen.
Also,
sorry.
massive thunderclap echoes through the room.
It does.
And so, yeah, I see Rafe there, and well, it's not great that Sim is by herself there. But that's not gonna do it. So okay, so then I'm going to bull rush as fast as my gnomish legs will take me. Let's actually hold on. Ew. I'm going to run about my movement speed, and I say, Sim, switch! And I'm going to hold an action with my, basically like winding up my glaive. So she runs past me and they come at me. I can just home runner.
Okay. And does that let you still attack?
I'm holding an action.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Turgi, you're up. Sim, you're next.
I cast Sleep on the two hounds that are next to Cimarine. They're just in range.
Okay.
And then 16 points damage, and I'm going for the one that's on Sim first in terms of who I hit first.
You see the lights in the eyes blink for a second, and then nothing happens.
Damn it.
Cimarine, what are you doing?
Hurt switch. I'm going to go ahead and give a sharp whistle, and I want to use Druidcraft to enhance that sound to get the dog's attention, right? Like, make sure you're
It
on me.
stops.
Oh no. It's fine. We don't have a new pet. It's fine. We're just gonna start running the other way.
Okay.
And oh my gosh, backpedaling 30 some feet. Not want to be too far away. man, goodness. I guess look at the rest of the group. Let's get going. Let's leave. We don't have to fight these.
You don't?
Do we? We got the door, right?
What's the speed of a slowed hound?
It's halved.
And it can move or it can attack. It cannot do both, correct?
It can do an action or a bonus action, not both.
So it can still move.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going to run past Cimarine. And maybe it will. And attempt to get to Rafe. The one behind it will move at a slightly slower pace, of course, attempting to get to Garlo.
Okay. Well, the one that sped past me is going to trigger my op, right?
Should.
It will.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and swing at him. See what we got her. 16 to hit.
16 does hit.
All right,
They do not seem to have a lot of sense of self-awareness of self-preservation. Sorry.
That's 11 magical slashing damage.
Okay. Oof.
Home run.
Alrighty. At that point, the last one moves at full tilt to attack Vale.
Oh,
How long have we figured out how long it's been from the 8 lights to the 5 lights? Like, can we tell how much time has passed?
About
it's
3
blinking
minutes.
once a second.
How much?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So Vale
8
should
to
still
6.
have
It was.
my
2
Okay, I
minutes.
just want to make sure.
Okay, Vale. It's going to. Use it. You see its tongue roll out. Electrical arcs coming off of it. Does an 11 hit?
No, it does not. Block it
You
away with the
manage to
shield.
jump over the tongue as it comes by you.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
It's now
just because I'm
Luciano's
being
turn.
fair,
Mhm.
you can re-roll their wisdom.
Why?
Every
turn.
turn, they re-roll wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns.
Oh. Give me a sec. Oh, that's not good. Because that means it passed,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one did not. So one is still slowed. Okay. Luciano, your move. And Vale, you're up after that.
I'm going to quickly. This is not an undead, so I'm not super worried. But I'm gonna put myself a little bit in the line of fire here. I'm gonna take a step forward towards Rafe, and I'm gonna try to cast Vicious Mockery on this hound here. It's a Wisdom 15.
Which hound?
The one right in front of Rafe.
Okay. Wisdom 15, you said?
Yep.
It appears to have been insulted. What do you say to a water elemental powered mechanical hound?
I was gonna make a battery reference, but it wouldn't make sense. I don't even know. I don't know how to make fun of a mech.
Channel your inner 3PM.
You can't make any toaster references. God dang, I don't know how to make fun of something that doesn't have technology. I don't know.
It
There's
seems to
better
be
looking
barking in a way
hounds
that indicates it doesn't feel it should be called a toaster.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
All
like,
right.
I was like, I don't know what to call it. That it's
Vale-
gonna understand.
Do you have any other actions or bonus actions?
No, that's it. That's all I can roll. 2 psychic.
Okay.
I'm attacking the one in front of me then with the longsword, swinging away. 26
Jumping
to
its
hit.
tongue, you slash downward with a 26 to hit, and you certainly do hit.
11 magical slashing. Following
Alright.
through with a second attack. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 does hit.
All right. And a little bit more damage. 9 more magical slashing.
Okay. Striking home. All right.
And I just maneuver a little bit. And that's it.
What's your baboon doing?
It is just hanging out there. Not too worried about it.
Okay. Rafe, you've got one about to get to you.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and step around Luciano, and well, no, that's the wrong direction. I'm gonna step back here. Well, we're trying to get to number
no.
2. We're trying to get to number 2 here, right?
Door number
Yes.
2, that's correct.
And I'm gonna do the only thing that makes sense to do at this point, which is to get some skulls and hurl them at a clockwork creature.
Okay.
I am going to use Twin Spell here on Chill Touch, so I'm casting twice on number 5. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually just use that. Well,
You've got a D4 inspiration you can roll, but I'm going to tell you right now you're 12 hit.
okay. And I guess go ahead and roll the other one. Let's see what happens. Okay.
22 hit.
So
Just go ahead and roll that twice for damage.
yeah. 12 to number 5 and 6, so 18 total. And yeah, Laughing Skulls slam into it.
Okay. It certainly slows down for a moment, and you see the bright blue of its eyes start to wink out for a minute, and then ping, 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 back in.
That's all I got. I
Garlo.
moved and I shoots.
All right. So fun little thing. I just realized that this poor, I'm gonna call him Sparky, this electric hound dog. He's not in my melee range, but he's in mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing at him from here with my reaching glaive.
So you're not. You're not in
Yep.
its melee range, but it is certainly in yours. Okay. Very good
So
notice.
I'm gonna go ahead and take my first attack at him, and let's do it reckless. We haven't done anything reckless in a while.
Okay.
So 18, but let's see if we can't get that beautiful bean footage. Nope, that's just the 18 for the
18
first
hits.
hit. That's, oh, not that button, that button. 10 slashing
Okay.
on the first one. And then second attack, make another one. La la la. Come on, let's do better than 14. Let's see it right now in that 20. Nope, it's just 14.
Okay.
Does the 14 hit?
14 hits.
Oh, wonderful. So we'll take... Woo! Max damage. 15 slashing on that one.
Okay.
And then since I'm not in his melee range, I am going to essentially like back-to-back buddy cop with Sim. And just be like, all right, you ready for this?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
let's
is gonna
go.
be bad.
You took down that zombie, but don't get cocky, kid. We're still in the middle of it.
Heard ya. What are you doing?
I don't suppose that hound counts as being within melee range of Luciano.
Not yet.
I hold action until it rushes Luciano.
Okay. What is your hold action going to be?
I hold
What's the
action until
trigger?
Luciano is maimed.
My
The
hold
trigger is
action.
when it rushes Luciano.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Shoot at it?
Yes, I'm gonna shoot at him when it's in melee range and I can get sneak attack.
Okay. Okay. You're looking to find a vulnerable point on it that you can do some damage. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Cimarine, your move.
All right. Have hounds gone this initiative round yet?
Not yet. They go after you.
Then I'm gonna hold until they approach so we can smack them without moving.
So if it comes to you, what's your trigger? If it comes to you and Garlo, or
Yes, if it comes to me and Garlo, I'll hit it.
I'll hit it with my stick. Okay, got it.
Bad doggy.
My axes.
With my
All right,
axes.
so let's see what happens with the first one here. That's the one that's attacking. Oh, you, Sim, and
Let's go.
Garlo. So it's going after Garlo right away. So Garlo does a 13 hit you.
He has advantage.
He has advantage. Oh, even better. Thank you for being honest. However, does a
Always.
13 hit you?
Does not.
Okay. So it snaps at you, but it's unable to make a targeting attack. Sparks leaping from its fanged maw. The next one is the one attacking Vale. Vale does a 7 hit you. No, it doesn't.
It does not.
Yeah, okay. And
On the time when I-
story of my life
Oh
here.
my God.
The last one rushes Luciano.
Come at me.
Take your shot, Turja.
Alrighty.
You
I
get
went-
advantage.
Oh, I will take it. Thank you, God. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Sneak attack. 19 points piercing.
Okay. Again, it hits, but it scratches off the armor. It shatters the crossbolt in the process as well. It doesn't do as much damage as you would hope it would do. Luciano.
Sim gets a hit, doesn't she?
Oh, Sim didn't attack?
No.
No, she held
Oh,
until.
sorry, Sim. Yeah, go for it. You got to mention your held action if I forget. Sorry, my
You
fault.
zoomed right by. We were just
I
talking,
did.
like, oh,
I totally
okay.
zoomed, but I
So
remember
you're good.
Turge's, but I forgot yours. I'm so
That's
sorry.
funny. No, you're okay. You're handling a lot. Okay, we're just going to set axe. Let's smack it. No, I'm not.
Oh.
And with a 1, you miss and almost hit Garlo.
That's all right.
Uh,
I just got too
Haircut.
excited.
Luciano,
Yeah.
you are just about to get savaged by a clockwork hound. That's right. Turja took her shot, but we don't know
Yeah.
if this thing hit you, right? Let's see here. Does an 18 hit you?
It does.
You take 12 points of piercing damage as its
Oh, dear.
maw clamps down on you.
Immediately upon feeling this pain, my eyes kind of just like flap, and I kind of push out with my hands, and I'm yelling, "Just get back!"
Well,
And I'm casting Hellish Rebuke.
is that a reaction?
It is a reaction.
You cannot use reactions because of the shocking effect of its maw. It just happened to Rafe.
Oh,
It,
Okay.
you know, and now
wait.
it's your turn to attack, though.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's basically a shocking grasp concept, so it prevents the reactions.
Fun. All right.
Mhm.
Well, then instead, I will just vicious mockery it again.
Okay.
I'm gonna instead of doing that, I guess I've just internalized the pain. All bark, no bite. Oh, as it absolutely bit me. And I'm gonna cast vicious mockery.
Okay.
Wisdom.
Okay. It fails.
Cool.
All that damage.
Right. 4 psychic.
Oh man, really good. It stops back. You see its eyes get really bright for a minute. Toaster. Bale.
The one on me, I will be attacking
Mhm.
again with the longsword. 11 hit.
An 11 does not. It scratches
I
off
will
the side.
add in the D8 here from the
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration.
That's D6.
Oh, D6. Well, let me
Yeah.
re-roll that then. I apologize. Rolling. 12.
12 hits. Just hits.
I will take it. 12 magical slashing. Still up.
It is still up. These things are tough nuts to crack.
Right. Second attack then. 15 to hit. And some
15
more
hits.
slashing. 5 magical slashing.
Okay. It
All right,
certainly
and
is
then-
feeling it.
Movement wise, I know this will opportunity attack. I'm going to try and close over to Lucy.
You're starting to see some water pour from the sides of its joints. Drip. Not a lot, but just a little.
Okay.
All right.
Did it do an opportunity attack on me?
It is going to try to. Here we go.
Okay.
However, it misses entirely.
Okay. I got your back, Lucy.
Your
Awesome.
baboon. What's it doing?
It's looking at me for instructions, and I'm not giving it any. Sorry, Stanza.
Such tasty opportunities. Rafe, what are you doing?
Let's see. I believe that Luciano has us under control. In the sense that Vale is there and it should be okay. And I'm going to take a moment and heal myself. I'm going to cast
Okay.
Cure Wounds at 2nd level and recover 9 hit points.
Okay. All right, Garlo, what are you doing? Turja, you're up next.
This seems dumb, but I'm gonna try it because I've got to, because it's here. This thing is like a medium-sized creature, give or take, like a big dog.
It's a big hound, yeah.
Big
I mean,
hound,
it's
good.
medium-sized. It's not small.
hmm So looking at it, I'm probably like eye level with its shoulder, sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, its head's just a little lower than yours. It's a stocky dog build in terms of the mechanics of it, but it's got a really big head with a lot of teeth.
Can
Metal
I
teeth.
see? Can I see its watery core?
No, it's armored for a reason.
Oh, I thought they were okay. I thought we could see it. Never mind then.
Yeah.
Then I guess I will slash. Wait, no, I said I'm gonna do something stupid. Big shiny teeth coming at me, and I have an electric wand that I picked up off of a corpse.
Did that wand activate?
I don't know. I have it in my hand.
Okay. But when it fell, it went off, right? And then you picked it up.
Yeah.
There's a winding
Yes.
mechanism at the back bottom of it, right? Okay.
Uh,
So what are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna use it.
Okay, so you're gonna beat him with it?
Yeah,
You
I'd
gonna hit
like
him with
to. I'd like to essentially just shove it in his mouth.
Okay. Okay. So you jam it in. Roll to hit. You do have proficiency with clubs, so this still counts.
Okay. I'll just click the dagger button because it would be the same thing. It just uses
Yeah.
my strength.
Yeah.
I mean, this seems like a reckless thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, this is
Yeah.
very reckless.
This
Even
seems
if it
pretty
wasn't
reckless.
reckless, this is a reckless choice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You jam the rod in, and it's it's kind of like caught it back. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Do I get advantage because it's something I see? I've got danger
Yeah.
sense.
Oh yeah.
Spider-Man, go! Well, thank God. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Let's see if we can't do
Let's see
better
what
than
that-
that.
I mean, 17.
17.
Okay, so you managed to let go of the rod just as the shock wave goes up along the rod, so you don't get anything that would affect your reaction ability. No damage, no half damage, none of that. You don't take any damage. Whatever the rod was programmed to do or set up to do, it didn't do it. You know that much. In the process of that, the hound clamps down and tears it apart, like literally just bends it into pieces and just, shreds it as part of that. So whatever that was, it's gone. Turja.
Well, I see my crossbow's not exactly doing fantastic damage, so I drop it and I pull my rapier and I run over and I hit this thing.
Okay. What kind of rapier is it?
A rapier?
Okay.
Yeah, 24.
The pointy kind.
24 hits.
Okay. 16 points piercing damage.
Okay. It was a lovely strike. However, it did score off the armor a bit. A lot of the other attacks that are being hit on this thing are magical in nature and seem to be getting through. That is the common denominator that you're starting to put together.
Oh.
Simmery.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try and claw this bad boy. In this case, I'm not liking seeing the crunchiness that's happening to my right over here. So we're just gonna go ahead and give a nice little shake to the branchy arm, let it get all gnarly, and claw at it.
So do you like when you shake? Do you like go, whoosh, and then it just gets claws that come out? Like it's like, whoosh,
I usually don't shake it. That's I think the other thing. This is more of a frustrated, like
okay,
almost like my hand hurts, shake it off kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
So
like the computer's not working, smack it a little bit.
exactly. Normally there's like a little bit more of a flourish to it. This is just frustrated, itchy arm almost. And we're gonna go ahead and attack using Primal Savagery. And if it hits, we'll add our strike to our Dark Strike nonsense. It's a 12 hit.
A 12 just hits.
Lovely. Well, then in that case, making sure my Dreadful Strike is going to be 1d4 psychic damage on top of this. So first,
So while Garlo kept it busy and it's clamping down and spitting out chunks of metal, you've swung around to the side and slashed at it with your arm.
and this is 13 acid damage first. Plus 1 psychic damage.
Okay. All right. It is hurting, but it is
Good.
not dead.
Leave my friend alone!
All right, and with that, the one that is messing with your friend is now attempting to go after your friend once more.
You do it
Does
again.
a 19 hit?
Yep.
And you take 16 points of piercing damage, and you have no reactions.
And double checking, that wasn't at advantage, right?
That was not an advantage.
Okay, perfect.
All right. The next one turns and attempts to savage the baboon.
AC 12 on the baboon.
Nat 20 on the strike from the beast.
Shredded paper floats through the air.
As the combined damage of 20 points shreds the baboon. At that point, the beast now runs to Vale, you feel this thing running right behind you. I mean, it just shredded the baboon, and now it's coming after you next. However, that was its turn, so that's all it gets. The other one that's left is the one that was attacking Luciano, but it turns to attack you instead because you look like a juicy target. Does a 6 hit? No,
It does not.
It is. Luciano, it's your move.
Alrighty then.
Oh wait, it's at the end of its turn. I've got to roll the wisdom check on that. It fails again.
I'm gonna take several steps. Back, and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery at it again.
Okay.
At will. A wisdom 15.
Okay. And it does not affect it.
Okay. Look like you. I mean, I'm just yelling nonsense at this point because I'm hurt. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm worried about this countdown.
Do you start doing jazz scat at it or something?
Yeah, just. It's
Okay.
not really coherent at this point.
All right. Vale, you've got one that just attacked at you, and you got another one right behind you.
How does the damage look on the two of them?
The one that was hitting Luciano is really starting to leak water. The one that just came up behind you, it's doing okay.
Okay. The one that came up on me, number 4, I'm going to do an athletics check to try and knock it prone.
Okay.
Shoving. So,
You're doing a shove action,
Yep. That's a 28.
and it needs to make a strength check to beat that, or what?
I believe, yeah.
Athletics, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really have athletics per se. Well, actually, it
Good.
does. Hold on a
It
second.
fails.
It does have athletics. Sorry about that. But it rolls a 25 versus your 28, so it fails.
Sorry, doggo. Tipped over. And then
Oh,
number
no.
Yeah.
The fucking Garfield pushing Odie off the table.
And then I'm attacking with advantage the tipped over dog here. Come on, at 20? No. All right, 15 to hit and a little bit.
15 does hit, though.
Yep. And 10 magical slashing.
Okay.
And I use my bonus action to have my armor change to appear like the like a member of the guild.
The Waterclock Guild?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm
All right.
done.
Rafe, what are you doing?
I am going to go ahead and gather magical energy, form a laughing skull, and hurl it at number 5 here. This Vale is looking very double teamed at the moment.
Okay.
Let's see. 19, I assume, hits.
19 hits.
7 necrotic damage, and that laughing skull slams right into. I guess it's rear end since it's facing Vale.
You see steam come out of it as water dissipates from all parts of its armor. Its blue lights fade. It is still moving and setting up for an attack, but it is certainly not anything close to what it was moving with the vigor before. Garlo.
Let's see.
Oh, go ahead. Do you have any other moves?
Just gonna move closer to our friendly Luciano over here.
Okay. Garlo, your move.
Garlo's a little bit cross. He didn't get to figure out what that stick did, and he's a bit mad about it. So he's just going to, with both hands on this glaive, like Donkey Kong style hammer swinging on top of this dog. But as I do, I just yell at Rafe. I said, like between the swings, I'm just like, "Can't you freeze this water! Just as I'm swinging it recklessly.
Okay.
That's
17 hits.
17, but let's see if we can't get a good one. Nah, we'll go with
17
17.
hits.
12 magic damage on the first hit. Second
Okay.
one. 16.
16 hits.
Come on. Now another 8.
16 still hits.
Alrighty. And that is a 1. So 6 magic on the second one.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, it is just in that sort of way where, so like I yelled all those things between the smacks, so it died after the second one, and I just keep swinging on it, and
You see,
just
Sim, you're
breaking it to
seeing him
pieces.
just fury on it. Like, this is what you've been trying to figure out how to become, right?
Yeah.
And this thing hacks open, and water just pours out in one big gulf as it hacks open for the last bit. And the water just sloshes out. The blue leaves its eyes. And it doesn't matter. He's still turning this thing into metal foil bits. It's just hammering it down. Urja. Yeah, go ahead.
That was, so I see that, and I just like, and I look over at the one next to Vale, and I say, "You, sit!" And I run towards it. Just full rush that way. And
Okay.
then I don't have any more actions, but yeah, I just get on it.
Turja, your move.
I cast Sleep again, focusing on number 5, since I don't have any magic weapons.
Okay.
$24 points.
It falls down.
I suppose I got enough to get to number 4 while I was at it.
Let me see here. No,
Ginny!
you were off by 1 point.
Bond, we are going to talk about this later.
Cimmerian, what are you doing?
Okay. That's a great question. Girl just did something really cool. So I'm sorry. Did the one that was being targeted sleep? Did it get slept?
It slept. It's now punk. Little paws moving and scratching at the glass as it pretends and imagines it's running it as it dreams.
Okay.
And everyone imagines it's savaging us in its dreams.
You'd have to get into its head to find out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and move, run around, getting closer to the door as well, but going to go ahead and, since the claw is already out, as we're doing a run by, give it a scrape.
Okay.
And this one's still prone, yeah?
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten
It
up yet
is.
from Vale. So
Perfect.
So you get advantage.
Go. Good thing.
Good thing you get advantage too.
Much
Because
better.
23 certainly does hit when a 9 does not.
All right, first our acid damage. As it gets all drippy goopy off the claw itself for 6 acid damage, and then just a little bit of psychic damage because it's already having a rough time. For 2, total of 8.
Okay. It is hurting. Water is leaking from different seams in the armor. The one that was knocked down attempts to get back up, and it goes after Vale once more. Does a nat 20 hit you? Yes.
Of course.
You take 20 points of piercing damage, and you cannot have any reactions.
Okay.
just a funny way to say that.
The one that's asleep is still asleep. Luciano, your move.
All right.
And by the way, that one's leaking horribly. The one that's
the
asleep.
one in front of Turja.
The one in front of Turja, that's correct.
Yeah. I'm again just going to yell at it, "You flea-bitten contraption!" and just try to really nail this thing.
While it's asleep?
Yeah. Can it hear me?
Does it have to be awake?
Just has to hear me.
Okay.
It doesn't even need to understand me.
Oh, all right. In that case, I'd give it to you.
No, it knows when it's being insulted. Right? Like I know when I'm being insulted in other languages. It's fine. Let's see here. It fails.
That is 2d4.
Please describe how you kill this thing.
In
in
I
its
want-
dreams.
Yeah, I was gonna say Freddy Krueger style. Like you see it, like just this nightmares take over, and it's slowly, like it's crying out, in however it howls. I don't know how it howls, and it kind of just like after spasming for a while, just slumps.
So you hear as the spark box that makes it bark immediately just goes into a long, howl of some sort. Then you see the rivets pop on its armored plates as all the seams rip apart and the water pours out.
Better. And in an exhaustion, because I'm hurt, I'm tired, I kind of thought, like, can you guys get the last one?
Bale, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kill this thing by stabbing it to death. 21.
Swinging your longsword hard and fast. You do 5 more
magical
points of
piercing.
damage to it. Okay.
And the second attack, 20 to hit.
30, 20.
Or 8 more magical slashing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're putting a hurt on it.
Okay.
It looks like it's on its last legs.
And then I will bonus action second wind myself.
Okay.
All right.
Rafe,
And
what are
I'm
you
done.
Seeing as they have a pretty good grasp on this, I am going to comment to Luciano, and I thought they smelled bad on the outside. And I am going to give him cure wounds at first level here.
So you
Luciano
touch him for cure
chuckles
wounds
as he
at
like
first
gets
level.
healed, and he's just kind of like, oh. He's like slumps back on the ground for a minute.
So 5 hit points recovered, Luciano. Sorry.
Bless.
Garlo,
That roll was not good.
what are you doing?
Yeah, it's still like bearing fangs at
Oh
Vale,
yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
I just come alongside it, and like I don't yell, but it's that quiet kind of grumble. It's like, I told you to sit, and I just rear back, reckless again. Just I'm basically going at the mid back, because it's not looking at me at all.
Okay.
Where'd it go? There you are. Hi, Magic Glaive, who I love. That's 25, but let's see if we can't finish it right. Nah, so we'll go with the 25. The hit... 10
How
slashing.
do you want to do this?
Yeah, basically like it's snarling and growling, and instead I see where the water is coming out, and I use my glaive essentially as a can opener, and I just crack in, twist, and the rest of the water just falls out.
The half, it's like halfway through the ribs, you pop open, and you hear it go, "Arr!" and with a clattering sound, the metal hits the ground, and combat is over. Water pours out of its body, and the clock continues to tick. And with that, we will take a pause here. What are you guys going to do now? This room is now emptied.
We got a door to look through.
I was gonna say, I'm running the door
Yeah.
too. Like, I'm quickly getting to my feet as fast as I can now that thing's dead.
We got a door to run through.
Okay. So as you guys all get to the door and you look down, you see a very similar hallway to what you last saw. Hold on one second.
Oh, no.
All right. And
I'm folding up a new origami creature and animating the paper as a raven.
Garla was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry about your monkey. It's real terrible that it died like that. Real shame."
His story was at an end.
And it is a similar room that you saw before. It is not the same, but there are a lot of similarities as the green flame candles flare to life once more. Checking behind you, because you now know to, you see 10 circles. The 10th one is blinking.
Okay, let's just get through here as quickly as we can. It looks like we have 10 minutes.
And with that, we will stop. And when we come back, we will decide what happens next week on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much in chat. Do we have any announcements we want to make?
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we did have one.
First, we need to tell everyone that they need to go subscribe to the Games Tavern YouTube channel right now, especially our new followers, so they can go see all of our backstory. Subscribing is free, and once you have, that way you won't miss any of the action, and you'll also get access to additional content. Remember that your likes and positive comments in the videos help other adventurers find out about the show, so please run over and subscribe as soon as you can. Brendan?
Yeah, we have sorry, what?
Oh my god.
Sorry, just tired. It's a long day. Sorry. But yeah, if you liked our stuff here tonight, be sure to check out the other shows we have here at the Games Tavern. Saturday at 3 p.m., like our outfits, you can check out First Knights, our Star Wars themed show. Cue the crawl. As our newly minted Jedi Knights finish customizing their lightsabers and investigate the Senate's Charter Bureau, they begin unraveling the threads of corruption that have generated so much conflict in the new colonies. And on Wednesdays, you can explore the world of Eberron with Dirty Deeds at 7 p.m. Eastern. As the crew approaches their goal, they must now find a way into an underground tunnel, but there is an army of Warforged between them and their goal.
As a matter of fact, they're in their last like 2 or 3 episodes. They're hitting the series finale, aren't they?
Indeed, things are wrapping up and heating up at the same time.
That sounds either delicious or terrifying. I can't tell which. Meanwhile, a huge thank you to Shard Tabletop for sponsoring the show. As you have probably seen all evening long, it makes running games so easy. So easy that you sometimes forget to change maps. Anyway, you can check out the link in chat, use the code TGTShard20 and get your 20% discount on your subscriptions today.
Excuse me, how much?
20% off.
Wow.
Miss like
20%. Is that it? That's all of our announcements tonight?
That's all.
All righty. Well, with that, I look forward to seeing you guys next week here on Whiskey, Magic, and Destruction. Please tune in, check out the Discord, check us out online, and check us out on YouTube as soon as you can. See you guys next week, everybody.